It takes forever. Well, good evening, everyone. This is our Monday night hangout. We do these twice weekly, Mondays and Fridays, 7 to 9 on YouTube. And then, of course, there's an after party sometimes afterwards if the guys are up to it. In order to join these meetings, you need to be a member of Stunt Hangar. And let me see here. We need to end this one anyway. And, oh, shoot. Back. I will post a link at the bench. So we got to get rid of one of these because the money came in for it today. I really hate doing these auctions via a check because then I don't have the address to match with the engine. Delete selected. Okay. So we got one of those down. Okay. So now we got 3 active. All right. Let's go to at the bench. Home. At the bench. The bench. New topic. This is Monday. And paste. And post. Come on, all these damn pop-ups for Grammarly. Post. Alrighty, you can find the link at the bench. The top, it'll be the top link. Normally, Gary Sinclair is the first one in. Sometimes Bob Hunt, you never know. So here we are, just waiting on people to join us. Come on. Man, my computer's been acting weird. There's Gary.
Here I is. Here I is.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Just like clockwork. I wonder how long it'll take the rest of everybody to get in here.
Yeah, just give you a thumbs up here. There we go.
Oh, by the way, the guys who bought all that stuff out of Singapore, I see that it's in Singapore. I don't see that it's been delivered, but we'll check it again.
At least it made it there.
Yeah, it's in Singapore. He went to Singapore faster than it did to go to Oregon. USPS. Let's see here. SBS tracking. Let's see if they delivered it today. Squim, Washington was delivered, but that was last month. We got to track another package here. And this was E8. And go. Cleared customs at 9:49 on April 5th. So that was yesterday. See all tracking history. Singapore. Well, I hope that it makes it to him. Because it was delivered. I wrote the address just like he put it down, so. And the other guy, the other package, we want to track another one. The other package was that one. I'll try that. Huh, that ain't it. Yeah, I don't like dealing with this overseas mailing at all. Grants Pass 10. Of course, it's not on there. I got to type it in. Still there, Gary?
Yep, I'm still here.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see the screen, so I can't tell who's there.
Yeah, just me so far.
950011059898. No, 895987. 8987. 6310. Search. Well, Tony, your item was delivered. He called me in a panic on Sunday. I don't remember. It wasn't delivered last week. I don't run the mail by the mail people. All righty.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
If I get to come to Broadax, what day would be the best to see most of the your stunt flying? And I think the last time I was there, time we got there because we stopped at the museum first. And time we got there, then everybody's putting their stunt planes away because it was already done. So I just wondered what day would be the best to. I might get to come. So
From what I understand, they've shortened it a day again. So the last day will be Friday. So it'd be
Friday,
Friday morning. But if it were you, I'd get there Thursday. How many, you going to stay a full day or two
yeah,
days?
probably just a full day. Probably get there as soon as we can, and then stay till it's nighttime.
Well, get there on, let's see, I would get there on Thursday, probably Thursday morning.
Thursday, okay.
Man, that's the second to the last day because on the last day people are dispersing, you know.
Yeah,
The last day is over at about noon. They keep taking away our days, you know, from might as well not even go pretty soon. Just like the Nats, they shortened it a day. Broadax shortened a day. Whatever. Steve found out Chris does not have a broken humerus. She's got a broken shoulder.
Oh, shoot.
I know.
So what, does she have to have it reconstructed?
Nope, they didn't even put it in us. They said that she could take her sling off. She just can't use it for whenever, you know, ever how long.
Wow.
I guess there's no cast you can put on unless you put it on like that.
I've seen that.
Oh,
I've
Yeah,
actually seen somebody in that. It's
yeah,
like,
you got,
yeah, it's like up here.
and they put a brace on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
um,
that's crazy.
it's kind of hard to get in and out of the car.
Oh, well, yeah, me too.
yeah.
Getting the seatbelt on is even more difficult.
Well, everybody
Yeah,
don't talk all at once.
right.
Yeah.
Are you going to Broadax, Steve?
If Bob will have me.
You're gonna have to get here Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, so we can load up and leave, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, middle of the night.
yeah, Thursday in the middle of the night. So we'll drive Friday,
Hmm.
get into Dayton, and about 9 o'clock in the morning, I got to stop off at John's house and pick up some stuff, and
Okay.
then we'll head up to Broadax. Because normally when I go to Broadax, it takes me a day to load.
Oh, wow.
And seeing, yeah, it does. Seeing that I don't have your car here, we're gonna have to load in the morning. I got a generator, a water cooler, ice chest.
Yeah, you're going to put all that in the trailer, right? Or do you want to move the trailer before you load it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because otherwise it'd be too heavy to move.
That's right.
It's hard enough to move it when it's empty.
That's right.
Oh, geez. Okay. Now I understand. Oh, man.
But you'll be able to charge your batteries there right on site. You
Yeah, that'll
could
be good.
you could charge them in his hobby shop, in his workshop, but I tell you, everybody's fighting for that one plug.
Right, right. No, that'd be great. I got the flyer.
Oh, do you
What
have a
date?
flyer?
What day does it start?
Let's see. It
Starts
starts
Saturday, right?
let's see, Monday. I think it says Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
and Saturday.
Okay, so maybe we can. I
For
got
your
to be
convenience, on Sunday, the 14th, from 1 to 3, early registration is available.
on Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got to be. Yeah,
but you want to be there on Friday,
yeah.
and you want to drive straight through.
Well, we're gonna stop at John's place. We might
Oh, okay.
lay over in Dayton. I don't know. It's only about a 4.5 hour drive from Dayton.
All right. And Dayton is what, 8, 7?
No, it's about 6 hours from here.
I thought Muncie was 6 hours. Well, I guess you're staying on 70, so
Yeah.
okay. According to this, no, maybe it's not. I thought pre-registration was required.
Trust me, I've never registered. Never.
Never pre-registered, never sent in the little.
I just
All
show
right.
up and they're taking registrations on the field.
And where are we going to stay?
That's something that we got to research. I mean, the one place that's the cheapest is kind of a shithole, but we're not there but to sleep.
Is that the Quality or the Super 8 or
Well,
the Hampton
I don't remember where. I got to look at the map. I don't remember whether it's Uniontown or
or Waynesburg?
it's in Waynesburg. That's it.
Okay, so you got Microtel,
No,
Hampton Inn,
I think that's it. Hampton.
or Super 8. All right, well, I can look at all these and see who's got the best rate. I can set that up,
Okay.
figure out which one's the closest to the field, I guess.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're both equal distance from the field.
Okay. And how far is that?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay. So no biggie there.
But I'll tell you this: when you go and you're checking prices, it doesn't usually cost me more than $300. That's 300 a piece, so 600 total.
600 total for the, yeah, that's about what it costs in Muncie.
Yeah. But I gotta tell you, that hotel ain't nothing to write home about. It's
Not, not at all, huh?
no, they got a he she working the desk, and
Oh, boy.
it's one of them goofy places.
Oh, wow. And I guess they have a great breakfast.
No. They have frackers that stay there. So, frackers kind of tear shit up.
Well, I guess there's some place we can eat breakfast on the way or whatever.
No.
No?
No.
Not even a
We
McDonald's in town?
It's kind of out of the way. Normally we eat at Hartley's.
Hartley's.
That's a place in Carmichael's, a little mom and pop coffee
Oh,
shop.
okay. All right. That sounds good.
You'll be sick of Hartley's when you're done because it's breakfast and dinner normally.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So if we're driving Friday, we need a hotel room Friday night.
Maybe, maybe not. Depends how I feel. There's plenty of hotels along the way, along the route.
Yeah, but if I set up a reservation ahead of time,
Well,
you
you
don't
don't
usually do that?
know. I usually run it straight through, but we got to stop in Dayton, and I
Right,
don't know.
right.
I don't know how long we're going to be in Dayton. I'll try to do everything pretty quick. I'm picking up a bunch of wood and some airplanes to sell, and just odds and ends and shit.
Okay. Well, I guess I can set it up for Saturday night, and if we get there Friday night, I'm sure we can find a room. And if we stay in Dayton, that's possible too.
Does that paper you have say what's going on each day?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Wednesday, what did it say? Yeah, Monday, profile, sportsman, expert, Foxburg, carrier. Tuesday, classic stunt, sportsman, expert, clown. Tuesday, also old time stunt. Wednesday, speed limit combat. Half a stunt and ringmaster, fire cat, super fire cat. Don't know what that is, if that's racing or stunt. Not stunt, pattern. Thursday is PA, ladies and youth only, senior challenge. Damn, I don't qualify for that yet.
Yeah, you do.
No, you got to be 75.
Yeah, they'll let you fly.
I know. Denny said he wasn't going to necessarily stick with that. Fun scale, sports scale, junkyard wars.
Just don't let any of them little 65-year-olds in.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want them youngsters in there.
Right.
Let's see. Friday is second flight of PA and the awards.
When is
Done
banquet?
on banquet. I think
Should be
it's
before the Junkyard Wars.
I think it's Tuesday.
Should be just before the Junkyard Wars. We eat dinner and then they fly the Junkyard Wars.
Okay, complimentary buffet Thursday evening at 6 at the
I was
flying
right.
site. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's right before junkyard.
Yeah.
All right. So then it's over Friday.
Yeah, it'll be over Friday around noon or so.
So do you want to drive back or you want to stay there Friday night?
There's nothing there. We're driving back. We can stay at someplace else and, on the way.
All right, so start driving back when
Yeah.
it's over and then find something on the way.
Yeah, there's nothing there in Carmichael.
Right. Okay.
And trust me, there used to be, you can ask John, he was there when it was pretty busy. There used to be, hundreds of people. And
Yeah.
then when the sun went down, the sidewalk would suck up, you wouldn't see a soul on the street. And, and then on, Saturday used to end at about noon on Saturday. It'd be a ghost town. Everybody'd be gone.
So they cut Broadax down by a day?
Yeah.
'Cause it looks like it ends on Friday.
Yeah. It used to end on Saturday.
Huh. I wonder what they cut out. Or they just close stuff together.
And that thing with Brenda cutting us off a day hurt the hobby badly.
Yeah, it wasn't just the gnats.
That's right. And once it gets taken away, you'll never get
Never
it back.
get it back. I know.
That's too bad that happened.
That's kind of like these gas prices. Once they go up, they ain't never coming back down.
I'm not so sure about that.
They'll
Yeah,
come
we'll-
down, but you'll be a couple of years older by the
Yeah,
time
it'll
they
be
get
a
to where
couple
they
of
were.
years, but it'll get back down as long as Trump's on it.
Well, he better get them way down before November, the November presidential election, or they're in trouble. They might be in trouble for the midterms.
Yeah, I know that could be a problem. I just dread that oh, what the heck's his name?
Gavin Newsom?
No, the congressman, he's the majority leader in Congress, or minority leader, Democrat.
Oh, Joaquin Jeffries?
Yeah, God, wouldn't he be a terrible
Huh. You didn't know which
Speaker of the House?
end.
God, he'd be worse. He'd be worse than what's her name ever was.
He doesn't know which end to wipe. It comes out both ends anyway.
Good one, John. Sorry, we didn't mean to go that direction, though. Let's talk about model
I'm
airplanes.
sorry, it's just the way it is.
I know. So, are you building anything anymore, John, or are you done?
I'm not done. I want to build, but I've just got so many other irons in the fire right now.
Mm.
And I'm enjoying judging, to be honest with you. So,
Well, that's good.
Hey, what happened to that online judging thing, Steve? You ain't put a post up.
I know.
I
This
give you the
whole-
reins and you die on the vine.
I know. This whole shoulder thing just put me all off. I'll get on it.
Go like
Oh,
this.
yeah, I know. That's the thing. I got to do one-handed. I'm not used
Yeah.
to that.
Peck.
Now there's a post already. There's already a post stuck on there that Steve Hemlick did.
Yeah, you
You know,
can
the purpose of
unstick
this. I mean, the purpose is changing. So should I delete
unstick it.
that?
I don't care. No, I just set it
Oh,
on.
just unstick it. Okay.
Yeah, and then
And
put
then
your own post in
Put
there.
mine in and stick it there. Okay.
Yeah.
the good thing for me, Steve, was that doing Las Vegas,
Yeah.
they come up to me afterwards, some of the competition, their competitors, and said, "Good job, John. You got it. You got the right order." So
That's the whole point. It's
Mhm.
not about the actual scores. It's getting the order correct,
that's right.
getting the right winner and then on. I know the numbers.
I know that judging a national event is a workout. It's a job.
Yeah, man. Now you know. Want to do it again?
I don't think you guys like me.
What worked out good for me, I had Carl came up from down south of Las Vegas, where he moved to. He came up and he was my scribe because my hands are crippled. I can't write fast.
Mm.
If I try to write fast, you can't read it. Neither can I.
Do you have enough judges, Steve?
We have the bare minimum right now, which is 8.
I can do it, I guess. I'll do it again because I'm not flying open anymore. No
You're not
way.
going to fly open.
No.
Is
I'm
that
done.
going to cut into your video activities though?
Doesn't matter. It ain't videos are not doing well.
Okay. Well, I'll put you down if you're willing.
If I could figure out a way to get to Broadax, I'd say, yeah, put me down, but I just don't think I can get there.
You don't think you can get the Broadax or the Nats?
Right, I'd love to.
Well,
but
he ain't running the judges at Broadax.
No, that
That's
had
Will
nothing to do with
Davis.
me. I haven't been asked to judge there either, so I'm just gonna enjoy it. Hang
Yeah,
out.
go there and have fun.
Yeah, maybe even fly a thing or two.
No.
Hello, Bob Hunt.
Hey guys, I'm sorry
Hi.
I had a club meeting tonight.
Oh, okay.
My wife bought me a blueberry muffin, so
Nice.
I didn't bring enough for everybody.
Oh, well.
I had to go to McDonald's tomorrow morning. I went in there and ordered me a hamburger and fries and a drink. And they come out and hand me the package, and I got home. I got somebody else's order.
Oh, no.
So I'm eating it because it just waste. So
Oh,
I'm gonna go in tomorrow and just pay them the difference, you know.
Those drive-ups are
Pay him
horrible.
the difference. Say, hell no, I'm not paying for this. You gave me the wrong stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't work that way. This is a family-owned McDonald's here.
They ain't gonna take your money.
It might, but at least they'll offer
At
it.
least you'll offer. Yeah, I get it. Modir, it says evening. That's Mark, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping he can fly some this season. Steve Barry says, hey, everybody. So we got a couple paying attention.
How many's on there? 7?
23,
Holy shit.
21
Wow.
with nine lights.
All
These
right.
guys are really, really hard up.
Doesn't always update the likes though. It updates how many watching, but it doesn't update the likes. I don't understand why.
Hey, Bob, you got a super battery charger, right? I mean, quick charge and all that.
I got several. I got the ProLab, CellPro ProLab. I've had that for years. It was very expensive, and it does about every different kind of battery and does good discharging too. But I'm sure there are better ones on the market now, but that seems to work.
How many watts does it draw?
You know, I don't know. I have a 72 amp power supply, so I can either charge or weld.
I just want to know how many watts AC it draws.
I don't know.
I wouldn't
Good find.
imagine it. I wouldn't imagine it would draw as much as an air conditioner.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
gosh.
no.
No.
You got an air conditioner now?
No, I got this generator I bought puts out 3,800 watts, and that's
Oh,
our
okay.
window unit air conditioner.
Well, put an air conditioner in the trailer.
Let me tell you, I'm thinking of it because I got a little one sticking in the garage. It's too small for the garage. That would clean, or would cool that trailer down like an ice box.
We can sit in there if it's too hot.
Bob,
Well,
for my ham radio, it's a 100-watt radio I used to transmit with, draws right between 18 to 22 amps.
I'm bringing a big fan, industrial size fan, so we can blow it from the tree side up the way, up the gangway.
As long as it don't cause any turbulence on the flying fields.
No,
What are you talking about?
Broadax.
Oh,
It's
Are you
muggy.
going-
It's muggy at Broadax, so I'm going to bring a fan.
gotcha.
Are you going to Broadax, Bob?
Not this year. I went last year. I can't go.
You can't go.
I have to severely cut down my travel because of my back and legs. I'm doing a lot of therapy now. I don't want to get into it because I'm doing this
I was gonna ask you.
cold laser therapy.
Yeah, how's that going? Can you
Well,
tell?
I had 2 treatments so far, so we'll see.
Can't tell yet.
Not yet.
Okay, stick with it. Some of those things take time.
How much are they a treatment? $100?
No, it's $310 for 12.
Total.
So you won't know until it's 24 treatments.
Yeah.
If it works, I don't care how much it costs.
Right. Yeah. That covered
you
by
won't-
Other thing
Medicare?
I'm gonna do is tens for tens, have get a tens device, but it also does, there's also a thing called, EMS, electromuscular stimulation. My son has one of those, and he says it helps tremendously. The tens will block the pain, and the other thing stimulates that muscle in your back that stabilizes your back. I forgot what it's called, multiflex or something.
Adductor or something like that?
All you got to do is go to the thrift store, and they usually have those electronic things for losing weight. And you turn it up, and it jiggles your stomach. Turn it around to the back, and that'll straighten you back
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
I got this one thing now. It's pretty cool. Of course, I've been researching this stuff night and day
Yeah.
to find something that's going to help. The thing you put on, and you clamp it to your waist and to your side, and then it has a little crank, and it separates. It pulls. One goes down and one goes up, and it's kind of like spine. It separates your vertebra. I'm looking
Did you
at
know you're 1 inch taller laying down than you are standing up?
I believe that.
Last
That's how
time
much.
they measured my height, I had lost an inch.
Me too.
Yeah, I
I
love
was
2
6'0",
inches.
now I'm 5'11".
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be 6 foot. Last time I got measured, it was 5'11".
I was 6'3", and I'm now about 6'1.5". I crushed one vertebrae, so.
Oh,
Gravity's taking over.
yeah.
Did you guys
Now
watch that thing on Leroy Cox?
Yeah, it's a long sucker.
Yeah, it's an hour long. Did you watch that, Steve?
No, what is it?
Cox Manufacturing. And
I thought
they
they were
mentioned that
gone.
it's the beginning of Cox. when
Oh,
it
it's
started.
okay. It's like
A
a documentary.
documentary on Cox. They mentioned Bart Kaplinski in there. I didn't know that he flew for Disneyland, and he
Yeah.
flew these airplanes 2 and 3 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy.
I will tell you.
And that's pronounced
I'll tell you something you
Kapinski,
may
not Kaplinski.
I will tell you
What
something
is
you
it?
may not believe.
Kapinski,
Klopinski.
That's not our Bart Kaplinski?
Yeah,
not Kaplinski.
it's
Oh,
not
it's a
Lipinski.
different guy?
It's Bart.
The same guy. He just pronounced it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm
And
seeing
Mark
the
goes crazy
video.
when people do that.
Yeah.
I can
But
tell
he
you,
flew in front of Walt Disney, and Disney would watch him. It's pretty cool.
I can tell you that little secret there. At that time, the club that I was in, we had a guy that was kind of a mentor. He worked for either Cox or Disney. I'm not sure which. And he said that Disney wanted young kids, teenage boys that could fly model airplanes. And I could have had the job. It was just too far away, and I didn't have nothing but a bicycle to get there.
Mm.
But I wouldn't have taken Bart's place. There would have been 2 or 3 kids,
Yeah.
But then
That
they
was
settled it.
Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Yeah. My son and daughter-in-law brought us there last October, and I think we walked by the area that it was. It's not there anymore. There's
No,
something else.
Futureland.
But at least I was in the vicinity.
Last
My
time I
first
saw
time to
Bart-
Disneyland, John Martin and I, another flying buddy, went there on a seniors night, and we climbed the 30-foot fence to get in there. Snuck
Hmm.
in.
I was there for seniors night as well at my school, and it was there, but Bart flew. I got to sit and talk with him and watch him fly.
How about that?
Of course, I'd seen
My
him before.
dad was hired by Disney, not by Disney himself, by Disney, the company, to come out there and do some automation work. That was
Oh yeah, they're what do they call
58,
it?
57, someplace in there.
some
56.
something-a-tron.
And he did a lot.
Who designed that tank folding machine? Was that your dad or Taffender? At
Oh,
Broadax.
I guess that had to be my dad.
It used a 327 Chevy crankshaft and piston to fold metal.
I
Hmm.
don't know. I mean, I didn't keep up with what he was doing there too much.
Sounds like something he'd do, though, doesn't it, Bob?
That sounds like my father.
Yeah.
He was very innovative.
I mean, it's pretty crude, but man, it works good.
In his younger days, he was an exquisite machine designer. He had very innovative answers for things, and he and Red Reinhardt worked together for many years. They were both very good machine designer and builders, all custom built automation machines.
What I can't figure out is why did Broadax choose to get the tooling to make BY&O instead of RevUp?
Because
Prop.
RevUp wasn't available, BY&O was. In fact, I was the one that called John and told him that BY&O was available, and actually he had Gordon Delaney take his van and drive up to Oregon where the guy was selling it. He picked it all up and drove it out to Broadax for John Broadax, and then came back. That was Gordon did that.
Are those props good on anything, any motor?
No, I don't think so.
They were favorites for a lot of people in the Western states.
All Billy Weirwich would fly with BY&O.
Yeah. Now what happened when John got them? They'd never made them before, so they were his first batches that went out.
Of course,
very good.
Over the years, the quality or the design may have changed, or the production values or whatever. They may not be the same as they were back in the 50s.
Mm-hmm. Is anything?
Yeah, I'm sure not.
Yeah. Touche.
RevUp didn't. That guy was drinking too much, but he wouldn't let his company go. I'm pretty sure.
He burned it down several times, didn't he?
I'm pretty sure he turned John down, and John wanted to have his own props. And so when BY&O came available, he jumped on it.
Well, all you'd have to do to make a better prop is make a better, the outline of the prop is, I hate those props, BY&O, look like two spoons together.
Well, that was a hot deal way back.
Yeah.
They're wide, right?
Yeah.
Not as wide as an EW RevUp, but.
It would have been nice to have had the RevUps. They were a really good prop.
So what happened to RevUp?
Tornado a lot.
It either burned down or he went out of business or whatever. I don't remember the exact story. And he came back.
I heard it was a fire.
So all that tooling is lost?
No, it's somewhere.
He had a fire because he didn't know how to start a flood.
Yeah. What really killed us was Riley Wooten going out of business.
Oh, that's a fact. When you ordered balsa from him, you got exactly what you ordered, or better.
I got good stuff from him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the marketplace is diminished, so these guys can't stay in business for
That's right.
Buying,
All right.
That's right.
Roy Lane's in the chat, says, "Good evening, everyone. Mike Given."
Cool. Is Gillow still in business, or did they knuckle under?
Gillows?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I heard they were still in business about 3 or 4 months ago.
Who's that?
Gillows?
Gillows is still in business. Well, they're in Boston, aren't they?
I think so. I think they're the last of the old time kit manufacturers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Paul K. Gillow Inc. 100 years, 1926 to 2026.
Where are they located? It's in Massachusetts, isn't it?
Let's see. About us. Let's see if that tells us. There's a timeline.
While you're doing that, the guy showed up here in Salt Lake. He had Gillow's B-17, and he had a pair of O-20s on it, and the other 2 engines dummied up. And that thing flew pretty good on the control line.
Yeah.
Wakefield, Massachusetts.
Yeah, right up near Boston.
You say
They got
Boston,
a mailing list.
Boston. Boston like you live there.
Boston.
Yeah.
I wouldn't live in Boston.
Oh
Hey, they got wood.
yeah. Is our
I bet
favorite
it's great stuff.
rock star still living up there in that area there, Bob?
Who's that?
Our favorite rock star.
Campbell?
Yeah.
Rick Campbell?
Yeah.
He's from New Hampshire.
I
Just over
thought,
the line.
oh, okay. I thought he was in, okay.
One of my favorite entertainers, though, does live in Boston, Vance Gilbert. He's a
Don't
model
know.
airplane flyer, too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
He flies the multi-motor rubber power scale.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
Wow.
Did you
And
fly
he's
at the,
huge monster airplanes. And they do like 4 and 5 minute flights, which is incredible.
oh
Mm.
yeah.
If you ever get a chance to write down and look up Vance Gilbert and look up a song called Unfamiliar Moon. The guy is really good. He's an incredible entertainer. He's funny and he's just unique.
Wow.
Nice guy.
By the way, you guys get to see the pink moon last
American singer-songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
night?
He's on Google.
Oh yeah, he's
He's on YouTube.
my guitar teacher used to open for him occasionally.
Speaking of
About
moons,
that.
Bob, did you see the pink moon?
Everything's on Oogle.
Yeah. Okay, Bob. Gillows has got balsa wood sheet, 3/32 by 3" by 36.
What's
4
that?
pack, $20.49.
Wow,
Much.
probably weighs a ton.
Yeah. They don't sell die cut kits, they sell die crush kits.
Mm.
I thought they were still printing them, using print.
Yeah, they might print them now.
All their stuff is like half A or smaller, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and a lot of it's not even fly. You know, you can fly them, but they're mostly built for display.
They do make pretty display models too.
Yeah.
If they hit the ground, you'll have confetti.
Actually, they're stronger than you think.
Well, you
They're
get a
real
kit again.
lightweight.
You hit the ground, you get another kit, and you get to put it together again, so you get double your money.
Well, the real light, if they hit the ground at the speed they're flying, they usually bounce.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was talking to Walker day before yesterday. I had a long talk with him. We were talking about that he uses that Randofill, and I know he was using it, so I called him to ask him about it. He raved about it. Said one of the best products he's ever used. Very easy to apply, very easy to sand, and when you peel up the tape, it doesn't peel up the color like you do when you use regular silver dope. And
really?
he loves it. So I ordered a quart of it. He said, don't order more than a quart at a time. He said, get fresh stuff every time. And it's only 100 miles from here, so it's worth it. So I'll give you a report because Sparky, I'm going to shoot that big twin, that big carbon twin that you got
Yeah.
back. I'm going to shoot that here in the next week or so.
Well, do yourself a favor, do me a favor.
Mhm.
Weigh that airplane before, and then shoot it, and then weigh it before you sand it, and then weigh it after you sand it. So 3
Yeah,
weighs.
I usually do that, making notes. But he says it's very light, and he did the B-17 with that, and he did all dope finish, all Randolph finish, all the way up, even clear. And he says right now he had to add a couple of ounces because he couldn't find 2 more spin 33s, and he had to go with spin 44s, which are about an ounce heavier. So the thing weighs 75 ounces now on 700 squares. But he agreed with me about the air blast, the disc span of air blast. The more disc span you have and the more artificial air blast over the surfaces, the lighter the airplane feels like it is. It's getting more lift.
Did you see that?
So we may have to adjust our thinking on multi-motor airplanes as to what is light and what is heavy, because they fly lighter if they have more air flowing over the wing and surfaces.
It may fly lighter on the ends of the line, but when you're in the wind, that thing will drag me like a tractor.
Did you
Big,
see,
heavy thing.
did you see in the forum, somebody posted yesterday a video of a guy it was RC, but the guy, he's using the blown wing principle, where he's got like six or
Yeah, I
seven
saw that.
motors.
Yeah, 6 electric motors. Yeah.
He pretty well proved to me that the blown wing principle, you get a lot of extra lift off those props.
Mm-hmm.
Now he thinks he maybe have too big a motor still, but the motors he's got are real tiny.
There's a bunch of full-size airplanes using that same concept, and they fly amazingly well.
Yeah, I just wonder. I wonder how a full-blown stunt ship would go with 6 or 7 little engines, little motors on the leading edge. And I like the way he used that carbon fiber rod to mount those, where he could adjust the yeah. It brings a lot of questions to the to think about when you're considering making a multi-engine stunt ship.
Well, that vectored thrust thing, that's the real deal. Rick, I've shown it on here before. I have some of them. I have them downstairs now. That vectored thrust thing that Rick Huff came up with, that really works. I mean, there's no question about it. He's building a single motor airplane with a fairly long nose. The further out you get those from the balance point of the airplane, more effective they are. But the airplanes transition on a point in round eights, and they just hit that transition point and kiss it easier than anything I've ever flown. And they make the airplane corner better too, but the real value is in the transitions and the round maneuvers.
And that's with using the vectored thrust.
Vectored thrust, yeah.
He
He says
fell off.
10 degrees.
Hi, David.
Hey, can you hear me?
We
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
What you
you.
up to?
Oh, same old, same old. Decided to join and see how things. We were talking about Wakefield, and I was like, well, I lived there for about 10 years, which right across the street from where Rick's ice cream parlor was. But great place to live.
That's near Boston, right?
Yeah, it's about maybe 10 miles from Boston.
Yeah.
It's a cool place. Rick had an ice cream store there for a long, long time. Made the best ice cream in Massachusetts, I thought.
Was that Campbell's?
Yeah, really good ice cream.
He took me there one night and made ice cream soda for me. Yeah, I mean, it was outrageous. I spiked my blood sugar through the roof.
Yeah, I lived directly, so I used to go over there all the time and eat ice cream for
It's a nice
free.
place.
Oh yeah, really nice.
Very, very, very retro, thrown back to the like the 1980s or something,
It was really a cool place. Yeah.
Hey, David, did you just upgrade your computer to Windows 10 or 11 or whatever?
Oh, I have another laptop that was a Windows 11.
Okay, you got another laptop. Yeah, because there's some guys that, I shut it off to Windows 7 on the forum because that's where all the attacks were coming from, and people who can't get on the forum with Windows, it's time to update. I mean, that's only 20 years old, that stuff.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I think some people aren't able to get in now, though, right? That's probably why they're not showing up. Yeah.
There's a few,
Yeah. Oh well.
Did you guys see the sad picture that our little junior stunt guy crashed his airplane?
They did not.
I almost
April Fool's.
wanted to wring his neck.
That was an April Fool's joke.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Scared me half to death. He comes out for a week, gets the airplane working really well, and then it's
Yeah.
in pieces on the ground. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what did he do?
Well,
Didn't you start flying it the next? You start flying. I think you flew it the next day or something, and said that the trim wasn't right to the conditions, and they were going to start retrimming it again and all that. I mean, I don't know. There was some discussion about that, anyways.
Well, no, when he brought it up here, it was, you could tell a tremendous amount about how a stunt ship flies when the motor shuts off or the engine
Yeah.
shuts off.
Sure.
And because it's not artificial blast, dragging it around. You can see what the actual aerodynamics are doing. And as soon as the motor shut off, the tail dropped. I mean, significantly. As the airplane's tail heavy. So we stuck some nose weight in and moved the battery forward, and instantly it was 70% better. But it still had a little bit of a hunt and level flight. And I'm so used to people coming over to work with me that have already bench trimmed their airplanes. He didn't bench trim it. And the next day, Daly showed up. He came over Sunday, and he said, "Did you check the elevator flap neutraling?" And I went, "No, I didn't." So we checked it. When the flaps were level, we had about 2.5 degrees down elevator.
Oh,
So we fixed that, had to get a new handle setting. Then the thing works great. It locks and tracks and does everything right.
You know, these cookie cutter airplanes, that's what I call them anyways, because they're all built and they replicate one after another. They aren't coming off the production line all squared away, because mine wasn't either. The Axioma that I had, mine had up elevator when the flaps were level, among other things that was gone on it. And it took me a long time to
You
get
got
a
a bench
trim.
trim. Got a bench trim.
It took a lot to get a trim. I got a trim tab on it now. I had to, I had to get the CG correct on it. It was wrong. It was off. A couple. You guys said the outboard wing was flying down too, right, Bob? You said
But it was outboard
up,
wing
up or whatever.
was up inverted and not as much down upright. So it was a combination between tip weight and flap tweak, which is, we had to do a little work on that to get it perfect.
Right.
But it's fun.
Right.
Airplane's flying really good, and he's flying it really good too. I mean, I'm surprised how well the kid flies. You give him a really good machine, he can fly.
He's good. He's good. He's really good, no doubt.
Yeah, he won't embarrass himself. He'll do all right.
Yeah.
But when
Didn't Robbie get junior? Bob, didn't Robbie get junior that one year at the Worlds?
He took third. He was the first junior ever to go to a World Championships because we didn't even know about the junior thing when they had their team trials in '93, and when they declared they're going to have a junior thing, AMA just took the current national champion and made him the member. That was Robbie.
Right.
That's how they determined that year, and he took third. That Chinese kid was really, really good. I forgot who the other kid was, but Robbie did well. He flew the Geo Star.
Yeah, he didn't fly the Europa then. Huh? He threw Warwich's plane, right? Or
What's that?
he didn't take the Europa there, did he? Or did he?
No, he took the Geo Star.
Oh, okay.
You might find a picture of that.
Yeah.
Nice airplane. I think I got it here. Someplace. EFG, Genesis book. Pictures. EF. Can I share now, Spork?
Yeah, go ahead and hit share and I'll approve you. I can't find where to turn it on at.
Huh. Well, I'm hitting share and it says send request.
Try again.
Send the request.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, they've moved things around on my dashboard and I can't find it.
They raised the price too.
I know.
Wow, there it is.
So that's the Geo
Star.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's that airplane came before my Genesis Extreme. That's the exact same design wing I used in the I like that so much. It's a little smaller. It's about 630 squares, and I used that in the Genesis Extreme. But he had it first. That had an OPS 40 in it. This picture was taken out at Kennewick, Pasco Kennewick area in Washington at the Nats in '95.
95 Nats, yeah.
Yeah, he won that, the senior.
Hmm.
Good
So
airplane.
you had a really good flying airplane.
It was excellent. It was light, very light. It weighed about 52 ounces or something.
Wow.
It had a lot of power. It had that OPS in it.
Mm-hmm.
With the pipe.
Oh, man.
That the only picture you got?
Of that airplane?
Yeah.
Actually, I got one that's pretty interesting. See if I can find it.
Put the little half A canard on there.
I got one. Let's see if I can find it.
I want to take you guys to drive out to Pasco that year, Bob, like 3 or 4
We went
days.
straight through. We met up with Alan Brickhouse and forgot the other guy's name. Met
Jim
up with,
Lynch.
who?
Jim Lynch.
No. This was I forgot the guy's name. Isn't that awful? He passed away too.
Charlie Reeves?
What do you mean?
No.
I can't think of it either.
Hold on a second.
He flew,
Roger Wildman, wasn't it? Was it Roger Wildman?
Oh, it could have been
No,
Wild.
no.
I forgot the guy's name.
He flew.
Ron Woodman.
Okay.
Ron
I
Woodman.
thought he had the guy that flew the.
You can see the difference in size between the GeoXL and the GeoStar.
Yeah. So that's a whole Geo series. The Saturn is
Well, the Saturn, I just threw it in there because we decided to make all the same paint schemes that year.
oh, okay. So the Saturn has nothing to do with
Has
the
nothing to do with any of them.
evolution of that.
Nope. No.
Was it before or after?
What's that?
The Saturn, was it before or after those Geos?
Well, the Saturn was before. Well, this was the second Saturn. This is the ill-fated one that had a broken lead out in '96. But the Bronze Dog Saturn predated the Geo XL.
Okay.
Not by long though, you know.
You know, Rick had a Saturn. I don't know if you know, Bobby. It was that monocoque on the wings. It was super light. I got to fly it a lot. That was a great flying airplane, that Saturn. And he had a really nice one. He had
I saw him fly it at our contest about 5 years ago.
Yeah, he still had it around, huh? It had a PA-51 in it when I flew it. It was really nice.
Yeah.
I still remember you had the bronze dog at the 95 Nats.
What's that?
I seem to remember you had the bronze dog at the 95 Nats.
I did.
Yeah, okay.
I had it at the 93, 94, and 95 Nats. And at the 94 Worlds and at the 1992 Worlds.
Sure flew good.
Yeah.
You know, I think people are liking the photographs and the nostalgia explanations. We were up to 26 people watching.
Let's see if I can find a picture of that one for you. Saturn. Here we go. This is the Saturn in China. This was taken in China, 94.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that lily looked good.
What's that?
That lily looked good.
Yeah.
So it looked like you have a movable rudder on that.
Not movable. It was adjustable.
Adjustable. Okay.
Yeah, it was just adjustable. And another one would be this was in '92 in Czechoslovakia.
You remember that I launched that for you a couple times?
What's that?
Do you remember that I launched that that bronze dog a couple times for you there?
Do I remember that? I don't remember
Yeah.
what I had for dinner there, Doc. You know, John. That was in Czechoslovakia. I placed fifth there. You ready for this? 1/2 point out of third.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Fifth place, 1/2 point out of third.
So the other guy was a third out.
And I would have had a bronze medal with the bronze dog.
Oh man.
So when I won my gold medal, I took it out and had it bronze.
Yeah, right.
You got any more pictures from that Worlds?
From that one,
other airplanes or other pilots?
You know, I got a whole bunch of pictures from VSC from about somewhere in the early or
You know,
about
I didn't
20.
take those pictures. Somebody else took them and sent them to me. So, you know,
Of course, yeah.
Who was on the team that year, Bob, that you were in China? Who was it? Wasn't Fancher on
I
the
know
team?
that it was David and Teddy were on the team with me, and
Yeah.
Paul Walker was the defending world champion,
Okay.
and then Robbie was the junior member.
Hmm.
That was an adventure.
I bet.
Czechoslovakia?
Well, that Czechoslovakia was 2 years before that.
It was under the Soviet umbrella then, wasn't it?
No, that was
Oh,
it had just gotten away from communism, and they hadn't discovered capitalism yet. So when we
ah,
got there, we stayed in the swankiest hotel, and we had a dining room with waiters with the towels over and everything. And we went in there and ate every day, and you could get Chateaubriand for the price of a Big Mac.
oh
We were eating like
man.
kings for nothing. We went to
Oh,
a Walker and Werge. I went out looking for something to eat one day. We went downtown, and Roddick Cravelet was the name of it. It was like a medieval town, had a moat around it and big wall. And the thing was huge. It was a big town and it had like spokes, it was a circular roads and then spokes going in so you could, go to wherever you wanted in town. We found this restaurant and we didn't know, because you're working with monopoly money. You check, you turn in dollars and you get back zlotys or whatever they are, washers and, monopoly money. So we went and had dinner at this restaurant, or lunch at a restaurant, and we didn't know what to give the girl for a tip. So we said throw a few washers out there and give her some of the monopoly money. And the people, two guys at the table next to us were looking at the money on the table, and Werwich looked right at them, looked at the money, looked back at them, took his beer bottle and put it right on top of the money we gave her for a tip. We found out later we gave her a month's rent.
wow. How about that?
Nice.
The next day we went back to the same place and the waitresses were fighting over who was going to serve us.
What was
Yeah.
that, about $6?
Yeah, it was about $6 exactly. It was funny. It's all relative.
hmm
That was the most fun trip I was ever on because we were, it was very cohesive. Everybody was working together, and that's when Walker was doing a practice flight and he walked backwards and fell off the little thing in the center. He fell over backwards, flying. An airplane flew out over the fence, out over the clubhouse. Somehow he got back up, got back on it without crashing it. And Billy and I looked at each other and we said, he's going to win. And he did.
Mm.
I mean, he should have crashed that airplane on that flight. We fell off that center thing.
So they had an elevated
Yeah, it was an
pilot
elevated
circle?
thing. It was a little 6 or 8 foot pad in the center. And it was very turbulent. He backed up and fell backwards.
Oh,
The airplane and Werwich went running out onto the circle, thinking he could catch the airplane.
oh no.
It was funny. And at night we decided we were going to have airplane box races. We had in those days you could carry the airplanes in one big box. It looked like a casket for a manta ray. It had all the edges knocked off, and we had casters on it, and we had a handle. So Walker and I decided we were going to have airplane box races down the hallway. Now we're both competitors, and in those days we were young enough to really run pretty hard. But these things were wobbly. You're pushing them with a little handle that that swivels, and there's casters on the bottom. These things are going all over the place, and we're going pretty fast down the hallway. If anybody had come out, we would have killed them out of a room. We would have knocked them over flat.
Where did this story come from that I heard of wing unders flying an airplane out the hotel window?
Well, that was Scarinzi and Reinhardt at the Plymouth Internationals in 52 or 50. They dropped an airplane out with you really and started it and did wing unders and yeah.
Bob, what's his name? Starts with a G, won the Nats, went to the World.
Gialdini.
Bob Gialdini told me that in Hungary they did that too.
No wonder you guys made it back to this country.
Pretty great story. There's a
Yeah.
lot of stories that can't be told too. At least not until the after party.
Right. Yeah. I look forward to that.
Hey, I've got the pictures for using the pattern sheets to cut your parts in, if you want to go over that.
Huh.
It's up to you, Sparky.
I don't care.
Okay, can I share? Can you?
I don't know if you can or can't. Just go for it.
Okay, I will.
We shall find out.
Yeah.
Should be coming up.
It's
Yeah, we see them.
Okay, this is the first sheet. That's how it comes. And you notice I got the scissors there because I'm going to do is cut on these lines right here. This is 3 inches, so it's for a 3-inch sheet. And it tells you over here, get it. Well, come on, it's supposed to go that way. And that's a 1/4-inch sheeting there. There it is, 1/4 by 1/4 by 4, excuse me, 4 by 36. And there's 1 sheet of that required. So anyway, what you do, you cut these out. I think that's the next picture. Let's see if I can.
Spray glue it to the wood and cut them out on a jigsaw.
Yeah, I just turn them over so the backside is faced up. Put the wood out there and put them in, and I just spray aiming about 2 or 3 feet above them and letting it fall on them. It's like using a Post-it note. It peels right off with no problem, but it stays nice and tight when you're cutting. So you cut it off, and you get them all cut. When you cut them out of the bandsaw, you hold back from the edge here because you're going to use a sanding disc. There they are laid out to go on the board, and here they are stuck to the boards.
Like an old Berkeley kit, huh?
Yeah, and
John, what airplane is that?
That's my Panzerflug. That's my little twin that I did.
It's a Zawunderfur.
This is my Panzerflug.
Okay.
What?
Two Panthers flying.
And you
Oh.
built this?
Oh yeah, I got pictures of it if you want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see what it looked like.
Is that the one that had the German trim on it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a nice airplane.
it flew well as long as it lasted. I had a problem with the flap horn broke on me.
Hmm.
So anyway, you get them all cut to size, stack them up, cut them out like this. See, they're not right to the edge.
Hmm.
But you're going to put a sanding disc. You can bring them right nice and smooth. Just bring them right to the line, and you get a perfect part. So that's how it's done. Now let me stop sharing this, and I'll find the Zweipanzer. I got to change the name on that. Nobody likes the name.
As a Wunderfur, yeah, it's pretty hard to remember.
You have to put on a wing panel too, I would think.
Yeah, it's people have trouble with it.
While you're looking for that, I want to put something up here because we talked about it before.
All right.
Hold on a second. I got to get it up here. Hold on. This is that pad I was telling you about.
Oh,
just like our-
yeah.
Just like our donut pad, Steve.
And that's what Walker walked back and fell off the edge of that.
Wow.
Ooh.
Rolled upside down backwards. The airplane was behind him. And he saved it.
I don't even like flying on that mound at Tucson. That bothers me, that mound they have there. I don't like it.
Anyway,
I want it on flat surfaces.
that's where that happened, right there.
Yeah, well, our donut, it doesn't stick up anymore. It's actually down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's sunk into the ground somewhat.
All them floods.
Yeah, yeah. Did you find the picture, John?
Yeah, I found it.
And we got a Bearcat report coming up too.
Yeah, I
Oh,
see that.
boy.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's a Honda for.
I don't know. We just had one Friday. He might have been busy all weekend.
I wasn't here Friday, so I got to see the Bearcat.
Oh, you got to see it.
Okay,
Called
well,
Easter.
when this comes up, it starts out with this is Bruce. Bruce did this. This is actually a Pathfinder
Mm.
with the modified,
Mhm.
but it sounds like what's his name's Brent flies all the time.
Hmm.
Okay, Norm Whittle. Okay, so the next one, you'll recognize this one, Bob.
Like a Sultan, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
There you
recognize this one, don't you, Bob?
I remember that airplane.
Yeah, you had this one at VSC.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's repairable after I fell on it. It's still repairable.
Oh my.
There it is.
Hmm.
There you
Sherman.
go. Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
And I still
Yeah.
have, the wing is pretty good. Both of the nacelles got ripped off. The fuselage was made out of 16th-inch balsa, so it kind of got destroyed, but the rest of the parts are all there. It'll get rebuilt one of these days.
Well, you don't build them to survive a crash.
That's right.
No.
Otherwise, then they wind up too heavy. But
Not unless you're Frank Beatty.
oh, okay.
yeah, Frank did that. That's for sure.
How did that fly?
That radio, this one
No, the thing you just showed.
was flying pretty good.
I was talking about the
until
thing
I-
you just showed.
Oh, that you mean
The
this one?
radio.
I was showing how it got damaged in the mail.
Oh, oh
It
my.
flew on the airwaves, but not it. It flew in spirit.
Wow.
So is that still a pretty active hobby, John?
Yeah, it is. It's not as active as it was 20 years ago, but there's
Yeah, I
still a lot
learned
of
Morse
guys.
code when I was in high school.
You still remember it?
And I remember I talked to a guy in Tanzania.
Oh yeah,
Got a little one of them cards from him.
yeah.
What do they call them? A DSL card or
QSL,
USL? Yeah,
USL.
WA2, whatever. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
CQ.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
CQDX.
Well, we don't call that on. Well, we do actually, but that's mostly called on 11 meters CB channels, CQDX. But we do use CQDX when you really don't want to talk to anybody in the States or Mexico or Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
talk to somebody in Alaska or Puerto Rico, the Caribbean or South America or Japan, Australia, New Zealand,
Yeah,
all of that.
no, I was real excited about talking to a guy in Tanzania.
Oh,
I don't know if I even knew where that was at that point in time.
I don't know where it is. Where is it? South America?
Africa somewhere.
Tanzania's in Africa.
20 miles south of St. Louis.
Yeah.
Oh
Ah,
God. No, that would be east and north,
yeah, east and north, not south.
not south. Oh
South-
my.
South is the guys who wear the sheets.
Yeah.
I found out you guys that live in Kansas City and St. Louis. My ancestor came over from Scotland. The poor guy was 33 years old, went and survived a sailing voyage all the way from Scotland to New Orleans. Lost his littlest child, a little baby girl, and they had to bury her at sea. Took a
Wow.
riverboat up the Missouri, the Mississippi.
Got
Two.
mugged in East St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis.
East St.
And
Louis.
while he was there waiting for the wagon to get built for him to come out here, he got cholera and died.
Oh man.
My goodness, I don't know if I could have done what his wife did. She had three little boys, and she walked all the way from St. Louis to Salt Lake City.
You were one of the little boys?
No, I'm not that old. I may look that old. That was 2 generations back.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I like
Mark,
your
we got a
shirt.
Bearcat report.
Yeah, let's see the Bearcat report.
Yeah, let's see it.
Well, Easter kind of got in the way, so I didn't get a whole lot done over the weekend. But
Oh, I bet.
if Bob didn't see,
You got your priorities mixed up there, Mark.
You got to catch me up here.
so there's some airplanes that was in the stand, it still is.
Wow,
And then I've been working on the control surfaces,
looking
They
good.
look good.
and I had a paint peel off when I lifted the mask off too fast.
Mm.
More accurately, I probably didn't clean it well enough underneath. Anyway, and then I got the stencils cut for the wheel wells and the AMA number.
Nice.
Outstanding.
And so here's the
You
rudder
repaired?
just about ready to,
You have a rib rudder on that, Mark?
yeah,
Okay.
there it is after I painted it and put the ink line on it for the trim tab.
Cool.
You
Mark,
see
what
the-
are those vertical pieces? Are they just nails or is it something else?
No, they're just 1/8 inch dowels.
Dowels. Okay. Okay.
Very nice.
That's
Here's
almost
the
cheating.
Here's the
Almost
elevators. And then this weekend I sanded down the flaps and they're ready, just about ready to put the ink lines on them, and then I can do clear. So the one on the left is a new one ready to put ink lines on it. And this is the one from the previous airplane. You see how this was really shiny. This one's flat because I buffed it out.
Mm.
Try to make sure I get a good smooth finish when I spray clear on it. So
And
that's where I am.
what kind of hinges are you using again?
These are these Prather
Robart.
Robart rather pin hinges.
Hinge points?
Yeah,
And what size? It looks like they got a multiple sizes.
Medium.
Medium.
yeah. These are the medium ones. I don't know. I know they're not the big ones. I didn't know they made small ones, but these are the medium ones, I
Yeah,
guess.
Yeah,
they
they got
make some
some-
micros.
Yeah, they got micros that are for like half A or something.
Yeah.
No, these are here you can see the
They're
remaining
1/8
piece
inch
of the hinge.
diameter.
Hmm.
They're 1/8 inch diameter.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is
So
that a hinge already in there just hanging down?
what's that, Bob?
Is that already a hinge in that finished flap hanging down? Is that what that is?
It's not hanging down. It's these have a pin that you can remove.
Oh, okay.
So I did the Jim Hoffman trick, and I made one piece of wire
Gotcha.
that goes all the way through all
Gotcha.
4 hinges, and then it's secured out here at the end.
Right.
So you indent them so that you got less of a gap?
Yeah, you want the center line of the hinge to be in the center of the radius of the leading edge.
Okay.
And also on the center of the radius, center of the horn wire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
They work on the same principle as my hinges, Steve.
Yeah. Okay. But do you do a convex on the other surface?
I do.
Concave.
I know you do, Bob, but what about Mark?
The trailing edge of the wing is concave.
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
So this
and how do
fits
you
in
do
there. Very carefully.
that? Okay. Oh, it's a secret. Okay, I
No,
get
I
it.
know. I wrote out the sections on a router table.
Okay.
And then you take a dowel with some sandpaper on it and clean them up.
Yeah, a little
Same thing I do.
dowel the correct diameter and do a little cleanup when you're done.
Do you
Yeah.
seal those?
Okay.
Do you seal your hinge line, Mark, on those Bearcats, or leave it unsealed?
No, I leave it unsealed.
Okay.
Guess you don't have to with that method.
I don't know if
Yeah.
sealing would help or not.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
it will.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yes, you
absolutely.
will.
Like night and day almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you use to seal them?
Scotch tape.
There you go.
Scotch tape, the clear stuff, right? Not the magic transparent.
See if
I
you-
use the
see
same
if-
stuff Walker told me to use, and it's worked great. And that's the gift wrapping tape. The Scotch gift. It's in a purple container. Gift
Yeah.
wrapping tape.
I
Or
use
you
it.
can
I
use
it
the
to
same
print.
stuff they use in the IC at the hospital. It's a real soft, pliable tape.
That's I did read that somewhere.
It won't pull
That
up paint.
surgeon's tape or the
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good
Mark,
tape.
like Bob said, I mean, it'll be a drastic improvement in its flight performance with the sealed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't even bother flying them anymore until I seal them, because I know I'm going to seal them eventually anyway. You know. So
Yeah.
thing is, if you seal one that you've been flying for a while unsealed, you go to do a wing over pull out, you're going to pull out about 20 feet higher than you normally do first time. It'll make the
I pull out at 20
so
feet all
much
the time.
Funny.
Well, you know, that's what you do when you're 24 feet tall.
That kid Angstrom, if he flies at shoulder level, he's at 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a couple other chats. Top Brent says howdy from Utah, guys.
I ran.
And he also said that is a Starfinder. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what he was replying to there.
That's a Starfinder. That's that yellow airplane. That's
Oh, okay.
based on Norm Whittle's. I think it's based on Norm Whittle's, but it was a Pathfinder with some esoteric.
A modified
Kind of plane.
Pathfinder.
Oh, I get it. Starfighter. That's good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And Ray B says, good evening, guys.
Evening. What happened to Philip Bailey? He doesn't come on anymore, huh?
Who's that?
You know,
He had a shoulder injury.
Oh, no.
Who's
Yeah, I
who's
mean,
that?
Phil
Phil Bailey.
Bailey.
Oh wow, yeah.
He had his shoulder worked on too.
Oh, my. Seems to be going around.
Yeah.
Contagion.
I think Denny's is coming up soon.
What do you guys have, a club or?
Yeah.
So
May have already
I
happened for
guess.
Denny.
Yeah. I think Denny had his.
Initiation is terrible.
You got a special handshake. It's got to be a left-handed handshake.
Space at
Well,
the end
yeah,
of our.
his is the right hand, and he's right-handed. At least mine was left hand. So
I messed
still
up
wipe
both.
my rear,
what'd you
Messed up
do,
both
Steve?
my
You had shoulder surgery, Steve?
Yeah, arthroscopic. I had a torn rotator cuff.
Okay.
I did something stupid, trimming a bush in my backyard on a hill, and
Gee.
fell backwards. And
hey, I figured out how you can wipe your butt, Steve. Throw the toilet paper roll on the floor and scooch around like a dog.
That is
oh my God,
Boy, the things you learn here, you learn a lot on this
you
chat.
did learn a lot. Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
So is that how you sand the flaps on his airplane?
Yeah, I think so.
Take a big suction cup.
So I'll be out of this by Broadax for sure.
So you'll be able to hold a clipboard.
I'll be able to hold a clip. Wait a minute. Not at Broadax. I'm not judging anything.
You watch, you'll judge.
It doesn't hurt your flying anyhow, because you're
You
not
don't-
left-handed.
No, I bet if I went out there now, though, I'd fall on my ass.
Better
Yeah, it'd be
that.
kind of hard to
Maybe
Yeah, I
fly.
gotta get, I gotta
another
get back
sling.
into it.
be another sling.
No, no.
At one time, Gordy hurt himself so bad, he was in a full body cast. And
Wow.
Jimmy Rhodes would pick him up and wheel him like on a dolly, wheel him out and prop him up at the flying field so he could watch the airplanes fly.
Wow.
Man.
He's a tough little guy.
Yeah, I wonder what's happened to Gordon. He ain't been on a while either.
No, he hasn't.
Last I heard, and Brett.
What was the guy? What's the guy's name that flew in the wheelchair at VSC?
Carl Shoup.
Carl Shoup. I'll never forget that as long as I live. That was a windy. It was only like 4 or 5 of us flew that day because it was so windy. Everybody else passed. This guy goes out there in a wheelchair with a big monster old time stuff, belfry bound, and he put in a heck of a pattern.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was.
And he didn't have anybody out there with him. He took one hand and turned the thing, and where we had to go, and flew in that wind, and he got through the whole pattern.
Yep. I've told Gordon he could fly in a wheelchair, but
that was impressive.
Yeah. Well, you didn't see him at Las Vegas. He brought that really nice. Oh shoot, I forget the name of it. Anyway, he brought this really nice stunner there, and he's wanting to enter because he thought he might be able to get Concours with it, and they told him to get Concours he has to fly, and he wasn't in any shape, so he went out there, and Brent went out with him. Brent grabbed him by the shoulders and literally practically picked him up and carried him around while he flew the pattern.
Oh, wow.
And he won Concours, and he got placed up in like 3rd or 4th, 5th, somewhere like that at the contest.
That's what Gordon has to do now. He has to have a spotter with him, right?
Yeah, he has to have a turner with him. Gordon's like me. If you get above 45 degrees, you get vertigo so bad, you're going to fall on your butt. Look what you got to look forward to there, Mark.
Anyway, Steve, here are the hinges. I found them.
Oh, good.
I got to find the right file here. Hang on.
I'm seeing all your secrets.
Here's a cross section of the control surface.
Oh, okay.
So this is a 1/4 of an inch diameter round here. And this is a 32nd larger radius here. And then the center line of the pin of the hinge goes right here.
That may be
in the movable part.
Right.
That may stimulate sealing to a degree.
And then here's the hinge pin itself.
What are they made out of?
Plastic.
These are nylon, I think, or some kind of plastic.
Oh, okay.
And then
Don't they have one with a steel pin?
I don't know, Bob.
I think they have 2 different kinds.
The ones I use on the elevators are these that have the rivet already in them.
Yeah.
And then the ones I use on the wing don't have the pin in them.
Yeah, it looks like you might not have to seal it if it's built like that. It's pretty much sealed. It looks anyway.
Well, this is not my own design. This is the way Keith Trossel showed me how to do it.
You know, if you made that pocket more of an ellipse, so where it would get tighter as the flap went down, if you could set it up for maximum flap deflection, it would actually seal. It was actually touch and close, and it'd do the same thing going the other way.
So I don't know how you put tape on this. You have to somehow double it up and
I don't think you could put tape on that.
tuck it in or something.
Well, when you do put tape on like regular hinges, do you fold the tape and stuff it down in there, or do you just put it flat across the top?
No, you have to stick it down in. What I do is I take a credit card, or I actually made a little 1/32 inch plywood thing, and you tape it to the trailing edge of the wing and hold it up off the flap. You deploy the flap in the opposite direction so it doesn't catch on the flap. tape it down like I tape it down maybe 1/8 of an inch on the actual flat of the wing, and then I take the tool and push it down in, and then smooth it back up over the curve in the flap.
Oh, okay.
And
So you don't have to.
sometimes it takes 2 or 3 shots to get it perfect, you know.
Hmm.
And when you're taking it off, use a heat gun.
Yep.
Lightly hit it so that it softens the adhesive, so you don't pull up the clear. Don't ask me how I know.
Yeah.
And some people say tape, like Brett, I know he likes to tape right over the hinge barrels. I don't. I tape between the hinge barrels. I don't.
Hmm.
I don't. I don't know if there's any difference or not, but I just don't want to inhibit the movement of the hinge.
Hmm.
That's what's neat about using these pin hinges, because you only got one hinge, one pin there. And
Now,
so
one thing about this stuff is, and this is very esoteric and also very controversial. Okay. I learned this from Billy Simons years and years ago. And he said you can actually then trim the airplane by taking on the outboard wing or inboard wing, taking one section of tape off, and you can make one flap more effective than the other instead of. And we did that. And I don't know if we talked ourselves into it being better or not, but we used to do that.
Wow. And you go all the way out
Yeah.
in between the actual hinges.
Mm-hmm. That would be a good how-to here one night to do. You know,
It would, yeah.
When I get an airplane, at that point, I'll do that.
That'd be great. Thank you.
It's not hard.
Would you take a video of you painting your twin here this week?
What's that?
Would you take a video of you painting your twin here this next week?
I don't have the wherewithal to do videos anymore. I sold all that stuff.
You don't have a little GoPro camera that you can plug into your.
You could use his. You could use his Apple.
I don't have a smartphone. I don't carry a cell phone.
Oh
Very
no.
old fashioned.
Yeah, but you've got.
I don't do texting.
You've got what you're talking on right now. That's got the capability.
Well, this is my destiny. You know.
Oh,
don't you have an iPad?
I have an iPad, and I guess
you can do it on the iPad.
I just never. My wife will have to teach me how to do that.
Yeah, I got the same problem.
I think.
What's that? You have a wife?
I have a wife that knows more than I do about that technology.
The truth.
I got a grandchild that knows more than I do.
Oh yeah, my daughter, my youngest especially. Wow.
I just think, Bob, that it'd be really good to see how you put your paint, your colors, and trim, and whatever you can show us. It'd be worth 1,000 words.
Modeler, let me. I just read this on the forum. Modeler, which is Mark, decided to renew his PAPA membership, and it wasn't gonna expire till May 1st, 26. But he decided to renew early. He was expecting to update to May 21st, 27. But no, now it's set to expire April 6th of 27. So he lost a month. Called the number on the site and left a message. Called Chris Rudd and left a message. I thought it was fixed. Anyone know when it's going to get resolved?
Well,
It's been like that for a while.
Chris is not doing
he needs to call.
Chris
he needs to call Mark Weiss.
Yeah, call Mark, because Chris is not.
Call Mark Weiss. He'll straighten it out.
We're kind of in limbo right now for a webmaster.
Yeah, and they're getting a new website set up, but it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
What's happened with Jake Moon?
Well, Jake's working on it, but he ran into a couple of snags. He's working on it.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a job and a life outside of modeling.
And he spends half his time in Singapore and half his time in Texas, you know. So.
Yeah.
Well, call Mark Weiss and he'll sort that out for him. That's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen Mark on here for a while.
No, he hasn't.
I talked to him yesterday.
I think he got the golf bug.
Yeah, He's out playing cow pasture pool.
You know, get the picture says, "Hi everyone, Sparky got the engines. Thanks. They are beautiful."
Welcome. I like George Carlin's take on golf.
Robin Williams. Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, yes. Oh, that's
Scott.
hilarious. You got to
Scott.
look that one up.
Oh, Happy in Stitches, boy. I'm telling you, it's funny.
I tried golf for a while. Buddy Weeder got me into it. And then one day I was out golfing with my friend Fred, and on the second tee, he had a heart attack and died.
Oh my
And
God.
all day long it was hit the ball, drag Fred. Hit the ball, drag Fred.
Oh no.
You heard about
Yeah.
the
Robin-
heavenly
Rob-
golf
Rob-
thing.
Robin Williams starts his routine. I'm going to hit we're going to hit a ball in a gopher hole. You got to see it. He did it on Carson, but I think there's another one he did. Oh, it's hilarious. How the Scots invented golf.
Hit the ball in the hole. Go hit the ball. Hit it in another hole.
And Tim Conway did one of his dwarf things on golf too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh well.
Wake up, Gary.
The contest season's coming up, huh? Pretty. I guess it's sneaking up on us, huh?
Yeah, it is.
It's already going out in the east there.
Where's that? Where? On the east?
I thought they've had a couple of contests already
Where's that?
back in your territory.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a
No.
little early.
When's the one coming up there in what is it, South Carolina or
Oh, you mean the Joe Knoll thing?
yeah?
Oh
when's that
no,
coming?
yeah, that's not
That's
until
not a
May.
contest. That's just a camp, stunt camp.
Yeah,
I thought that was this month.
it is. That's the stunt
27th
camp
or
is
later
is
this
in
month.
April.
Yeah.
When's Joe Knoll? Is it in June?
That's later in the year.
Yeah, later.
And that's a circus. That's something to see.
Yeah.
So I've been told.
Hey, there's Brendan
Here
and
they come.
Angstrom.
All right.
Now they're coming in now.
I got something I want to say to Angstrom.
There you go. Is it
All right,
about
I
that?
want Angstrom right in front of the screen because I want to grab him with both hands by the neck and squeeze. That thing you did. That thing you did on April 1st. I almost had a heart attack.
I don't think that was Angstrom. I think that was his dad.
Well, whichever one you did it, I'm going to strangle you because, gee, that scared the heck out of me.
You know who came
It
up with
wasn't
that?
Amy's idea.
Yeah, my wife came up with it.
I
Well,
thought
it's
so.
funny if you
I
strangle
thought so.
Oh my goodness. Well, you should have known better.
Wow.
Yeah, we.
I saw that.
well,
My heart sank.
yeah. Well, you know what? We had a little April Fool's karma come back on us because we got kind of lost in our progression of how we stopwatch things, and so he got stuck inverted as the power shut off.
Oh
So-
no.
So we landed inverted again, but it did not do any damage to the plane, but it did break another $70 prop. So
Oh my gosh!
we-
Now you're down to 2 again.
yeah, you know what? We did talk with Igor. You know, Igor makes those props, and he said he's going to have a good amount on supply on hand for the Worlds. But he
Yeah.
said get to him as early as possible because he can only bring so many, and then yeah.
Buy
Everybody's-
one, send him a credit card number. Buy one now. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish wish we could. Actually, we'd be saving on the shipping and all that stuff because
Yeah. Try not to break mine.
Maybe he has got a buy one get one free.
Yeah, but yeah, we had to land inverted, and I don't know. We then learned that with the climb and dive timer, you can set how much time after the boost, you know, at the end, the signal boost at the end. And so, yeah, we only had 3 seconds on there. Now we've set it for 10. so that if you ever get stuck in that again and where we just kind of oopsed and lost track, you get that boost, and then know you have 10 seconds to get out.
I'll give you a little hint. Do the pattern and don't do anything else.
Right.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah. I think we got well, yeah, we were doing some we were doing
You
some
have a
other
tendency
stuff.
to say we got plenty of time to do some other stuff. I remember when we were up here, I'm thinking to myself, don't do that.
Yeah. The other thing we've been running into though up here, I know you talk about don't add extra laps. It's been so windy. Like today, we thought we were good. We got up. We only got 2.5 flights in, and I say half because we were in the middle of one. The wind was just too bad, and we just did the emergency triple pull on it and brought it down. Yeah, there are several times where we're getting up, and the wind's changing a lot or getting goofy, and so he's just flying extra laps and waiting for.
Yeah, be careful. Don't.
Yeah.
Just don't even fly in those days. What are you going to learn? Are you going to learn anything? And at that field, the wind conditions at your field are different than the wind conditions you're going to meet over there. So you're not learning anything. You're flying in turbulence. Turbulence is different every flight. So just don't fly. It's not worth it.
Well, in that case, we probably would have had 3 days of flying this whole spring. So it's just been rough.
Yeah, but what are you gaining if you're flying in turbulence where you're not going to be flying? The airplane's going to react different at that field than it will over there. You're actually ingraining bad habits, not good habits. Trust me.
I have to agree with that. There's something about practicing, and the kind of you get locked into this contest sort of scenario that sometimes it really hurts us as we're practicing in conditions that are senseless and useless and very risky. I've lost planes behind it. I'm sure you have too. It's kind of dangerous for really nothing.
Yep.
And the only reason I'm saying this is I don't want you to break my prop.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one that they broke upside down, so it's too late.
Yeah, we broke that one. We have our other two, but yours is broke. We'll give it back to you though.
I had that one working real good in that Genesis. So
don't worry.
How many days of practice will they have in Perth?
Oh boy.
Do we know?
Well, we're there for the World Cup, so I mean that's going to be some practice as well. Yeah, I don't know our official how many days we're there. I'm gonna guess that we have 4 or 5 days solidly before the World Championship.
I would make one more recommendation: take it or leave it for what it's worth. That again is in Perth. It's on the west coast of Australia. Everything east of there is several thousand miles of ocean and open air. If you get there and the World Cup is horrendously windy, are you there to win the World Cup or to try to win the World Championships?
Yeah. I think we were kind of talking about that earlier. Like, you're not going. Yeah, you don't need to be playing hero ball for the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. On the other side of the coin, in the World Championships, if it's no matter what it is, you fly because you're not saving it for a bigger contest.
Yeah. Yep. Oh.
Boy.
Well, yeah. There were a handful of people that saw that post, Bob. That I don't know if you caught the call from Friday, but I told people we originally sprung that on Todd Lee, and Todd was devastated. We called him directly. We gave him a text, and then he called us, and he was devastated for about 30 seconds before I had to break it to him. Now, April 4th.
I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah.
You got 1,000 miles or more of open water reach, and that wind can come and it'll stabilize, and it'll come pretty strongly from usually one direction, because there's nothing there to cause it to do anything else.
Yeah, but it could stabilize at 40 miles an hour.
At 40 miles an hour, yeah. And so that's where you need to learn how to fly in the wind if you're at that contest.
They won't fly in 40-mile-an-hour wind. When do they cut it off at 28?
I'm just saying, it could be pretty straight or pretty constant.
Well, when I was in the Navy, I was in those waters and I know what it's like. It can be beautiful. And then all of a sudden you'll get wind come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get, but practice conservatively. Don't risk the airplane at this late date, and don't risk my prop.
Again, yours is already broke.
It'd be different if you had 3 props and 2 airplanes.
Yeah.
Joe will have, not Joe, Paul will have extra. I'm sure Orestes will have extra. David probably has extra. So, you'll be able to find a prop.
Well, like I said, Igor's actually, getting them straight off of them there as opposed to getting them shipped across the, is actually a little bit, cheaper.
Do me a favor, buy one for me and I'll pay you when you get home. I'm serious.
Get you an extra one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could use a couple of those.
All right. Well, I'll see what he's got on hand. He said to pay him in euros, so I'm going to have to get euros in advance of.
Well, if you want me to send you some money, you can just exchange it over there. Give it to him. I'll do that too.
I'll just see what he's got on hand, and then we can do things that way. If I get an extra
this week, if you need it.
I know he's got a whole bunch of people. It sounds like probably grabbing them from him, but he said he definitely put he'd try to make sure he put four aside for us. We were going to grab 4 off of them.
Yeah.
Isn't Sherrod or Pablo making props too, Bob? Or either one of those guys? Does anybody have any information on those props?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I want that.
I know that Pablo's. Joe Daly recommended Pablo's originally to us. It basically Igor's and Pablo's are pretty much the same quality.
Yeah.
Don't know about Sherrod's props and the quality there.
Just don't use a Falcon.
The Falcons are heavy, though, from what I understand.
The Falcons are feather light. That's the problem. If they hit a blade of grass, they break.
Okay.
They're real fragile. Ask Jim Hoffman about them. Just tightening down the prop, you can break the blade off.
Speaking of props, anybody seen Doran?
No.
Hiding her hair at him.
Is he still making props, Sparky?
No, he gave his prop molds to Wendy.
Okay. And Wendy must have done something with them, I'm sure.
I think he gave them to Lenny.
Okay.
I think. Ain't seen Len in a long time either. He got mad at us for teasing him about the 51st state, I think.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, those Canadians.
Gotta love them.
That's funny.
Hypersensitive, huh?
Well, it's all right.
Those Igor props, when I was flying at the Golden State and I was talking with Jose and Joe Daly, I had another prop on my airplane. I didn't even use the Igor prop. I thought it would form better with other props. And they were like on me hard about it. So when I got back home, I did switch back over to the Igor prop. Well, I don't know. It's just that we get locked into playing with just one particular prop and we're not branching out and trying. I tried reverse rotation worked really well too. Some of the APC props, some of the APC props are really rough on the bearings, but they're very, very efficient and work very well too. And we get locked into this image thing. Well, I'm only going to use Igor props because that's what everybody's using and that's what's happening and that's the image I want to, and we get lost in all this technology and stuff. And sometimes we sell ourselves short. And I believe that some of the airplanes that I had, if I took the Igor prop off, it would perform better with different props. That's my opinion of it, and I can only base it on how I flew it and how it performed when it was flying. So anyway.
Well, you got to get it working. Get it working as good as you can get it working, and then take all the information down so you can always get back to that exact setup, square one, and then try things.
Yeah.
You never stop working with them. You can always find something.
Yes, and I learned all that stuff from you guys. And Wendy would go to the field with 15 props, man. It wasn't just one prop, and I'm locked into this, and this is forever, and this I'm going to sit in concrete, and I'm never going to get up, and this is what's happening. And I didn't learn stunt under those kind of parameters. I learned stunt by utilizing whatever was available, and to check and retest and see for yourself how it's working versus.
You're going to laugh when I tell you this, but
Yeah.
if you try a badass two blade prop,
I've tried them, and they're good.
They are.
I've tried them.
That's incredible propeller.
Light too.
Very light. I use those for the twins exclusively.
Aren't those SOAR props?
Yeah, there's ore.
And then you're told, Jose would tell me, David, you're old school. And I mean, what do you mean old school? Come on, Jose, you grew up in this, you're old school using the wood, and you get lost in that sort of stuff too. It's like, yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe he's correct. But I don't know.
Jose, I've known Jose since he was 12.
Yeah, I've known him since he was about 18, 20, or we were all pretty young at the time, pretty young.
Yeah.
20s.
Bob,
Those there with Gene
Sparky?
and
Yeah.
Do you know who Git Slide is?
Who?
GITSLIDE.
No,
He said, I can't find the link to join the Zoom meeting on the new forum software.
Sounds like a slide guitar player.
Then you must not be a supporter. You got to be a current supporter of Stunt Hangar in order to see the link.
Git Slide's Rick Campbell, isn't it?
That's probably it.
Who is it?
Rick Campbell was Git Slide, I think.
Campbell.
Pretty sure.
He's been on here before, though.
Yeah, I told him I was coming on tonight. Maybe he tried to get on.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all Apple, so he's got all Mac.
Yeah, you got to be a supporter of Stunt Hangar, not the YouTube channel.
Right.
To see the link.
Come on, Campbell, crack open your wallet and sign up.
That's
I had
right.
to crack open too. Yeah.
Throw them $20 and you're in.
And that's good for a whole year.
Yeah.
It's just one night of tip jars from one of his gigs. He could do this,
Right. His initials are RC.
Campbell.
Rick Campbell.
Rick Campbell. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, got to be a supporter of Stunt Hangar, but you can get in.
Put him on the honor system for a night. You know what I mean? He'll pay up.
I'm sure he might, but I won't remember. It's not automatic.
I hear
No.
Sparky. I can respect that.
Wait a minute, he's a musician. You're going to put him on the honor tab?
Target artist, but
Well, I got one from Gordon Van Tatum.
Hey, Gordon.
Copy. Let's make him a member. I don't know whether he's coming in or not, but
He's from Canada, isn't he?
Yep.
Way up. Way up in Canada.
Yellowknife up in the northwest.
okay, members.
Like near the Arctic Circle or something.
Bob, you can sponsor Rick. Son of a gun. You can probably get double out of him in the future.
He owes me for a lunch already.
For the sake of a lunch.
He just bought a new guitar, so maybe he's broke.
He might be. Those things aren't cheap. Not the ones.
what did he buy, Bob?
He bought another hammer, whatever. Those are really nice. He bought a hammer. I forgot which model it was, but it's really nice.
I'm looking to get a 3-string.
Got the stainless steel frets on it and everything. They really play nice.
Oh, wow.
I decided to build a 3-string, in fact. Cigar box.
He's got guitars painted in dope and every sig dope, all kinds of stuff.
If I could get a super fuel can, I'd use the can.
How much did they raise the price to now, Steve?
Steve?
Yeah,
it's 169.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
169.99.
Everything's
from-
going up in the Zoom. Everything's going up and up and up.
Yeah, I think it was 149 or 59. I think it went up 10, $20.
So it's all that oil price, you know.
I'll tell you what really gets me is that the water and trash delivery has went up to like $155 a month.
You
Yep.
get
we-
trash delivered?
Yeah, delivery, yeah. But we used to get service twice a week. Now we get service once a week, and it's 3 times the price because it used to be $155 for every 3 months. So we get worse
Yeah.
service for triple the price.
Nice. Gas is $7 here in LA.
All right,
Hey,
how do you do that?
thank you, Governor Newsom.
I'm not putting that on him, man. I'm putting that on him.
That's all taxes. All that shit is taxes.
Man, let's stay away from politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is an oasis away from all that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
except for busting on Len. If you're watching Len, we love you.
Where's Len?
He's a
I
fun
missed the
guy.
Must be blowing a hoolie up there.
Every time he comes to Broadax, he's wearing galoshes.
Yeah. What do they call him?
Slickers.
The Slickers is one, but they have another name for him.
I don't know, but he had
Yeah,
I don't know. There's a guy from Louisiana at the Tulsa contest. And I'm like, yeah, that's the way to do it. It was wet. And he had some kind of boots. And I was soaked.
You went down to the Louisiana contest?
No, I went to Tulsa.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
And
Gary,
we-
I'm going to turn it over to you because my dinner's here. So,
All right.
make host. And I'm going to shut down the YouTube channel. You guys can have your after party. We do this twice weekly on YouTube from 7 to 9. I started a little early. We're going to end a little early. So I appreciate you guys watching. And these guys are going to have an after party. And I'll see you later. Fair winds, tight lines. Let's see. I got to get in there. Now, this is always the problem to try to get and find this.
Oh.
Watch
Just
out.
shut it off.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Bucky.
Yeah.
Good night, Bob.
Let me get her shut down here. Live. Zoom. All right, we'll see you later.
All right.
Good night.
All right.
Well, I'm
Good night.
sad that Rick didn't get in.
Okay, guys, you're on your after party now.
All right.